Hi there, welcome to my workout. I'm Nick Crossley from Crossley Fitness, and today's workout will be doing kind of stretching and strengthening. So as with any workout plan, just make sure that you're okay to exercise, and that if you've had any warnings from your doctor to not take part, then just maybe check with them first. Also, this workout, it may be more conditioning-y than sort of jumping, but I find that makes me sweat a lot. So have a glass of water on hand just in case. Okay, right then, without further ado, let's get started. So we're going to start off with marching on the spot, nice and gentle. This was our Monday morning workout, so I didn't want to do anything too hectic and too crazy. So we'll just ease you into it. So let's just focus on that posture. Shoulders are back, back's nice and straight, tummy's tucked in, and you're using your glutes. More about those later. Okay, let's do some wide leg marches. That's it. I was trying to find some royalty-free music to do this too, but I couldn't get going. So you just have to watch this with some of your own favourite banging tunes on in the background. And we're back to the middle. That's good. Swing your arms. Make sure we're working up. We're warming up that upper body as well as your lower body. Okay, wide again. That's it. Looking good, feeling great. And we're back to the middle. Okay, let's do some high knees. Now this one, if you are feeling quite energetic, you can jump it, but I'm happy for you to just do the step ones for now, because we are in the warm-up phase. We kind of don't want to go higher than 4 out of 10. I want you to stay with me to the end. Okay, back to marching. Okay, we're going to do some bend and kicks at the back. Bend into it and kick behind. So this is an oldie but goodie. And there's a reason that some of these exercises are still around from like the 70s and the 80s, the sort of Jane Fonda workouts. It's because they work. Good. Okay, back to marching. And let's go into high knees again. That's it, nice breathing. Remember, if you need to slow it down, slow it down. If you feel like it's not challenging enough, if you're not even getting a tiny bit warm, then feel free to speed it up. You adapt it to what you need. Okay, and we're doing bend and kicks again. Good. So the purpose of the warm-up is to obviously warm your body up a little bit, but really the aim is I want to increase your heart rate a tiny bit, not have your heart beating out of your chest, just elevate it a little bit and get your lungs working. Back to marching so that you're not panting like you're going to die, but your cardio system is working a little bit more than it would if you were just sitting at rest. Okay, good. So now we're going to do some bends and stretches. So nice wide base. You bend down, breathe in and out. That's it. I stretch those arms. Good. Stretch your arms out. Go one way as if somebody's pulling you, trying to pull the other arm back. Nice long stretch in the upper body. Good. And the other side. Lovely. Okay, because many of us, let's do some shoulder rolls, because many of us work at a desk, or we find ourselves sitting at a desk quite a lot, or sitting in the car, maybe reverse, or a lot of us, I suppose, have been sitting helping the kids with their learning. Then often you find you get issues with the hip area. So our next one, we're going to really open up the hips. So this is called opening the barn doors. So you sweep around and then into a bend. So round and into the bend. So really opening up those hips. That's it. Lovely. Sweep and bend. Good. So if you're a runner, this could be a good one to do before or even after a run. Particularly if you've had a bunch of kids like me and your pelvic area is feeling a bit tired, shall we say. I know that I think I hold a lot of tension in my sort of hip and pelvic area. It sort of clunks a bit. Well, I find this exercise helps ease it out a bit. The other one you can do for your hips is this one. Make sure you go in both directions. So it just eases out the hip area. Okay, let's just do some arm rotations. And reverse. Oops. Without trashing the giant. And last of all, let's do some twists. Okay, good. Right. Time to rehydrate. Oops. Hopefully you're nicely warmed up now. Okay, so we can go on to our main session. So, focusing on core today. So your core, often when we think of core, we just think of your abs and we think, oh, a six-pack. Really, your core is all the way round. So if you think of your core as like a corset, so it's your front muscles, that's your abdominals, it's the side muscles, which is your obliques, and also it's your back muscles here. And they all work together like a corset, sort of holding you in together. So if you do yoga or Pilates, then often you'll see if there's something that goes forward and works these muscles, then often you'll go back as well to work these muscles. So it's sort of a good idea that if you're doing your own workout routine, to just sort of pair them up. So have like one front one with a back one, and then you're sort of strengthening the whole thing together. Okay, so we're going to start with some standing ones today, because I find them quite gentle. And then if you're limited on space, then they're quite easy to fit in. So the first one is hands behind your head. Oh God, hands behind your head. You're going to bring your elbow towards your knee as you lift your knee. Okay, so we're crunching on this side. So this is a great one because you get that crunch on one side here and you get the extension on the other side. Good. Two more. Let's swap sides. Here we go. Good. If you can go directly to the side without leaning forward, even better. But you can work up to that if you find you're struggling. And also you can hold on to something. Don't feel like you have to fall over. Two more. Good. Second set. If you've got a way to look at yourself, to try and make sure you're going down directly. rather than slouching. Last one on that side. Good, other side. If you need to stretch your arms, that's totally fine. Look, it does shine. The sun does shine in Scotland. You can see. Last one. Good. Okay, stretch those arms out. Okay, the next one is a cross body. So it's very similar, except we're just going across instead of to the same side. Okay, so nice wide base. Pick a leg, pick an arm, opposite, go. Good. 3 more. Good, swap sides. Good, so make sure you're stretching up each time. Good. 2 more. Good. Shake those arms out, shake those legs out if you need to. Do that again. First side again. Here we go. Two more on that side. Oops. Swap sides. Good. Okay, now this next one, you might find you've done this before in a core class or something, or like legs, bums and tums, lying on the floor. This is a standing version. So these are called kick crunches. So we're going to start with your arms above your head, and I want you to hinge from your hips there rather than there, okay? So the movement up top is that, and then you're bringing one leg up to meet it, okay? So we'll do 8 altogether and we'll alternate legs, okay? Right, when you're ready. Okay, go. Good, have a little shake and a wiggle. Okay, second set. One more on each leg. Okay, good. Right, well done. Have a little drink and a rest. Let's have a little drink. Okay, so now I'm going to talk about glutes. So your glutes is your bum muscles, okay? There are 3 lots of glutes. You've got your maximus, your medius, and your minimus. So it's large, medium, and small, okay? All 3 of them are really vital. And unfortunately, a lot of people out there are not using their glutes. So you might be shouting, but how can I function not using my bum? Well, here's why. You've got fast twitch muscles and slow twitch muscles. So your fast twitch muscles are like your Usain Bolts, okay? They're like, I'm here, I'm there, I'm working, I'm not, I'm done. Okay, and your slow twitch muscles, they take a bit more time to get wound up. So they're more like your marathon runner, like Mo Farah, okay? The race takes a long time, but they get the job done, okay? Now, what happens is, because these muscles are so slow to get going, if we're walking or jogging or something, if you don't take pains to activate them, then they kind of never get turned on. And that means that the hamstrings, the back of your leg here, they start doing the job of the glutes, or your back muscles, so like your lats and stuff, then they start taking the job. And that means you could end up in a situation where you're jogging and the hamstrings are doing hamstring work and glute work, and your back is doing back work and glute work, and the glutes are just chilling. And we've all been on a team where there's that one person who really just isn't pulling their weight. That's your glutes in this situation, okay? So what you must do is, first of all, find out if you are activating your glutes, because you might be doing it already. And second of all, if you're not activating your glutes, get them active. It's really simple and easy to do, and it just takes a couple of exercises. And once you get them on your side, because they're such large muscles, and it's not just me and my ghetto booty, everyone has large glute muscles. That's the beauty of them. Once you get them on your side and they're working, then you'll become a more efficient fat burning machine. And you'll find that if you're running with your glutes, you're playing golf with your glutes, whatever your sport is, whatever your activity is, you will get better. And also, you might find those niggling knee problems and niggling back problems get less. Because guess what? When you give your back only back work rather than double jobs, and you give your hams only ham work rather than double jobs, they can actually go back to doing what they're supposed to do, and then they won't get overtired. Right, okay, so first of all, let's see if you're using your glutes. Easy test. Put your hands in the small of your back so your fingers are resting on the nice plump bit at the back. And if you lift your leg back, you can alternate, or even walking backwards, you should be able to feel through the nice padded bit, the muscle come up to meet you, okay? It works best with going backwards for some reason. It just works better like that. So if you're not feeling them activate, just keep going, because they will get there. And then if you're feeling that, that means they're working. Okay, so now we're going to do a couple of exercises to make sure we can activate those glutes. Okay, so first of all, nice lovely posture. So back's neutral, so shoulders are back, you've got your natural curve in your back, and your tummy slightly tight. And I just want you to lift your leg up at the back there, and then bring it down and move back a little bit so you can see what my feet are doing. So we're just lifting and then bringing it back. So I'm not quite putting it down, just lifting and bringing it back. Of course, you feel free to hold on to something. So we'll do 8 of these. And also, sometimes when you lift your leg, the natural reaction is to lean forward, because we just do that as humans because we're moving away from this discomfort. If you lean forward, then you're using this hip rather than this glute. Okay, so make sure you're up straight and it's only the leg that moves. Resist the temptation to lean forward. Okay, let's do the other side. 8 on the other side. And again, if you put your hand there, you should be able to feel the muscle coming up to meet you. Good. Okay, now let's do some side ones. Okay. So you just, again, nice, relaxed back, shoulders back. We're looking straight ahead, and it comes out at the side and back in. Again, channeling Jane Fonda, because this was a big hit in the sort of 70s, I think, but lying down. And you can do it lying down if you want, but I personally find that this one just particularly is quite good at activating the glutes. I can feel my glutes sort of turning on. 2 more. And swap sides. So the side one works your medius more than your maximus. So probably if you're running out of time and you're about to go for a jog or something, then maybe just do a few rear leg lifts just to get that maximus on the bar, on the go. Also, if you've successfully managed to turn them on, you should be able to feel the glute working on your stabilizing leg. That's a good sign. So if you're thinking, oh my God, I'm moving this leg, but all I can feel is this bum, that's good. That's what we want. Let's go back to the other side again. Let's just do 4 on this side. Oh, see, I'm leaning again. So try not to lean. That's my body going, I don't want to do this because my left glute is particularly bad. That's from years and years, swap legs, of demoing single leg exercises on my right side. And all those accumulations means that this left glute is behind. Okay, now another one I thought you could do, which is a bit of a combo. But if you go back and then lift it up, then we're getting a bit of a stretch in the old hamstring as well. So this could be a good one to do sort of halfway through the day, if you have a bit of a break from the desk. Swap sides. This is giving me flashbacks of my old dance teacher who used to say, hold your thigh up, imagine you're bouncing a cup of tea on your thigh. I used to think I would never bounce a cup of tea on my thigh. Oh, Miss Judith, what's wrong with you? Good. Okay, last but not least in this section, we're going to do some pliés. You might think, oh, I thought she was a PT, now a bloody dancer. Well, I just like to take my inspiration from all over the place. So this one, I love this one because it's great for your glutes, it's great for your calves. It's a good sort of leg toner, if you like. Okay, so we've got nice wide legs. So my legs are wider than my shoulders. Okay, and what we're going to do is we're going to bend down, make sure your nose is behind your knees. So imagine there's a wall in front of you, and then raise up onto your toes, slowly lower back down, and then up again. Okay, so this is a great one. I mean, that's the advantage of being like a PT as opposed to, say, a Pilates instructor or a yoga instructor. Not that I have anything against them, I think they're wonderful. But I can sort of pick and choose from everywhere. I got the kind of the best of both worlds. So that's good. So this one, because we activated those glutes in your squat here, you should be feeling it in those bum muscles. So we do 2 more of these. And again, please hold on to something. I don't want anyone falling over and having an accident. Good. You can do it the opposite way if you want to as well. You can rise up and then bend and then up and slowly lower down. I think that's slightly harder. So if you want to challenge yourself, you can work up to that. Okay, have a drink and a rest. And we're going to be moving to the floor. Let's just adjust my camera. Okay, so we're going to start with crunches. I personally don't like sit-ups because there's a worry that if you don't have the correct form, you could really hurt your back. So I'm more of a crunch gal than a sit-up gal. Okay, so we're going to be lying down on our backs with our knees bent. Hopefully you can see what I'm doing. All I want you to do is lift your head, neck and shoulder blades off the floor. Stay looking at the ceiling and try and keep your spine in line. So we want to keep that chin away from the chest. Okay? So I prefer to hold my hands here because I know if I put them on my head, I will pull myself forward and then I'm in danger of damaging my spine. Okay? So we'll just do 8 of these, okay? All I want to see is that you're making the distance between your hips and your ribs just that little bit smaller, okay? Good. Okay. Do feel free to keep going if you need more. Let's put one ankle to knee. This one, I'm just going to rest my hands behind my ears so I'm not pulling too hard. We're going to bring this elbow to the opposite knee, okay? All the way up and then all the way down. There we go. We'll do 8 on this side. Now make sure you're moving your elbow towards your knee rather than your knee towards your elbow. And swap. So this is working your obliques, that's your side muscles. Good. Go back to regular crunches again. 8 of these. Okay, that's good. Okay, this next one, this is again a glute exercise. And going back to what I was saying earlier about holding tightness in our hips. Okay, so with feet nice and close to your bum, I want you to lift your hips into the air. And then I want you to imagine you've got 2 strings, like a puppet, holding you up. And someone's cut the string on one side, which drops that hip down. And then you're going to tighten it up. And then they cut the other side and then tighten it up, okay? So keep alternating those. Now, I'm fully aware that this might feel like a super weird exercise because you're kind of isolating hips, which we don't do a lot of in everyday life. Also, you might find that you've got one that goes really easy and the other one kind of, it's not going. That's completely normal. We usually have dominant sides, you know, like you might be left-handed or right-handed. You might be left-footed or right-footed. Usually there's a side that you've done thousands of reps on, and there's a side that is weaker because you don't do as many reps. That's good. Let's do one more on each side. Really feel those glutes working now. That's good. Okay, let's roll over onto our tummies. We're going to do Superman. So this is a lovely stretch, again, using the glutes. And we'll be counteracting by going like that, the crunches and stuff we've done earlier. So arms and legs out straight. I would like to see your hips off your thighs off the floor if possible. Okay, so we're going to stretch everything up, looking up and slowly lowering down. So the key to this one is control. So I don't want to see anyone go, all right? You're going to control it up, control it down. Also, when you're facing down, if you can sort of contract your tummy, pull your belly button away from the floor, even better. If you can't and you're thinking, oh my God, Nick, I'm holding my arms up and my legs up, I can't concentrate on anything else, that's totally fine. Let's do 4 more. Last one. There we go. Good. You need a drink and a rest, please get one. Right then. So, it's stretch time. Let's do some stretches, shall we? Okay, so first of all, arm across, pull your muscle, look over the shoulder that you're stretching. And the other side. Nala's come to join us. Hey, Nala. Just a bit there. Good. Arm up, down, back. Swap arms. Okay, chest stretch, lift up at the back, shoulder blades together. Okay, let's lie down on our backs. Both knees into your chest. It's a nice back stretch. Rock gently from side to side. Use the floor to give your spine a little bit of a massage to reset it. Okay, ankle to knee. Reach through and pull your knee towards your chest, relaxing your upper body. Okay. So we're basically using this leg to stretch this glute. So it's your bent leg glute that you should feel the stretching. Swap legs. Okay, sitting up, stretch up, try and reach your toes. Stretch up wide legs, hinging forward at the hips. Stretching up on one side. And the other. Feet together. Opening your feet like a book or pushing down your knees as long as your back's straight. That's it. I hope you've enjoyed this workout today, and hopefully maybe Joe will let me do a couple more in the group. If you'd like to follow me or take part in some challenges that I do and on my quest to stop being a flabby mummy and be a ultra running fit mama, then please join my group with the Flabby Mummy community, where it's not just mummies, it's just I'm the flabby mummy in question. So it's my journey to try and stay fit and healthy whilst juggling being mum of 4 kids and having a business and crisis times. It's totally been mad times lately. So that's my page is Flabby Mummy Fit Mummy, and the group is Flabby Mummy Fit Mummy Community. I'm trying to do challenges each month, and I've also got a website coming where I will be putting all my sort of programs and weekly workouts and things on there. But please do forgive me, it's taking me a long time because I just had my 3rd baby last April, so now she's coming up to 1. I'm hoping to have a bit more time to concentrate on my own fitness journey, but I better blooming do it because my first ever ultra is in October, so I need to go from at the moment running 5k to running 35 miles. Now I have done lots of running in the past, so the distance isn't phasing me, it's the time, fitting it all in. And I'm sure some of you out there are probably going through the same thing, going, oh my God, I've got work, I've got the kids, I've got my partner, I've got the house, I've got, you know, I'm supposed to be socializing eventually when we're let out of the house. And, you know, I sympathize. Yeah. So, so if you feel like following me and you want to join in on my journey or help to support me, or if you want to sort of have a buddy on your journey so we can kind of help each other along, then please join my group, which is the Flabby Mummy Fit Mummy Community. I will put a link on this video, and also you can find me on Flabby Mummy on Instagram, where I do occasionally share workouts and things, and the Flabby Mummy website is coming soon. But I've been Nick Crossley. It has been a pleasure to do this for you, and I hope you get something out of it. And I hope you learned a lot about glutes as well. As you can tell, I'm a bit glute obsessed, but it's a magical, magical muscle. If you work your glutes, they will take you far. All right. So if you get nothing else out of this, hopefully you will get that you're going to work these muscles now. Okay. Promise me. All right. Take care, guys. And I will see you soon. Bye.